I'm just so relaxed after that. Kim, fantastic. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. You were late into it's one of the worrying things is whenever you're late, you won't hear, I thought, oh no, she's going to be running late, or something like that, or she's not going to come, but you were fine, you're okay. You stood behind the lectern, and the best thing was, do you remember what you did at the start? You had a deep breath. Not a nose dip, you went, and you changed, you just calmed down. And that's one of the best tricks to do. Eugene was saying, about controlling nerves, is breathing. And that thing at the first, I think, just gave you that bit of confidence, because your nerves just went, the more you got into the speech. That 10 or 15 seconds at the beginning was really important, I thought. Manuel says, what? 3 bits to it. Did you speak to the audience? Yes, you did. You didn't fall over, you didn't go on fire, you didn't have to pour Coke over you. None of that. Did you use existing speaking skills? I think you got really strong speaking skills. 2 ones I felt stood out was vocal variety and humour. Humour, once you see it, people were laughing all the way through. You've got a fantastic sense of humour, build on that, please. The second one, which took me longer to get, was the vocal variety. Like when you were chasing the dog, you got faster and walked in. Your tone rose, your pace changed as well. So 2 very strong features as building blocks to build on. Did you introduce yourself to the audience? You tricked us. You said, I'm not going to talk about myself, I'm going to talk about Andy. Well, he did for a while, but then he spun on that, and you actually came back to yourself. And you gave us stories about yourself. But I thought it was a wonderful twist the way Andy had given you confidence to come up here and say, don't wait till the end of the year. And that inspired you, and I thought that was a wonderful twist. And then you went into the stories about yourself. Preparation, it was clearly well prepared. Very detailed, obviously, but it was clearly well prepared. You've done that many times, I think, probably looking towards a mirror or something, but you clearly, you prepared it well, which again, Eugene, is so important, controlling nerves. If you know what you're going to say, that's half the battle. You just got to say it. Were you clear? Did you talk awkwardly? Yes, you did. But the one thing to improve on, and you'll know it when you see the speech, is looking down at your notes, which over the course of the speech, you gradually came up. When you were speaking to the lectern, it wasn't as clear as when you were looking up. And you actually smiled once, and towards the end, your voice became clearer. When you moved up like that, your voice became much clearer. I hope you'll see it through the video. You were there, and it's your first speech, it doesn't matter. The fact is you went and did it. But you'll see the difference in your voice, and how much clearer it came, and how you slowed down when you stopped looking at the notes and you started looking at the audience. Use of notes. One thing with my icebreaker, I had a fantastic piece of advice given to me, which I always try and give to people doing an icebreaker. When people do use notes, I use notes. Word for word, my first speech that I did was something called a mind map. Just Google mind map. And it's a way that people think logically, which I think maybe is similar to me, is you have the core focus of your speech at the middle. You write it down, that's the middle. And then you have introduction and conclusion. Then you have about 5 bubbles going around. So you have 5 stories, so there's your bubbles going around. And you have 2 or 3 links off each. And you just work through your speech. You can hide your notes underneath if you want to go back to them, but I found it a really useful step from reading from notes to actually going in and speaking publicly. So try that one. I can't wait to hear your next speech.